Good morning. Good morning. Let me remove the countdown timer, and here I am. Uh, Welcome everyone to the Ancient Oaks Managers live stream. It is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and I kind of got a wake up the other day, and when I saw some stuff people were talking about all the seasonal folks heading back up north and all the snowbirds. And I was like, "What? Season's over already?" I just seemed like it just started, and it's still preparing stuff. So anyway, uh, and it's kind of a what is it, even-handed thing. We're sad to see our friends go, but then we're also it is a little less crowded, especially up in town and traffic. So anyway, but it makes for a lively economy down here for wherever the snowbirds come, and I'm sure you all like getting out of that of the snow and cold up there up north. I know I lived up there till '98 and been down here since then. And like I've told many people, uh, if I shoveled my last driveway of snow, that's good. I don't and ever intend on shoveling out another driveway if I don't have to. I guess the only thing be if somehow I made a trip up north to where I could ski. But I think at my age now, probably wouldn't be a good idea to go skiing. Used to enjoy it when we did live up there, but that's getting almost to see 98 to it's 30 some years ago. So ain't the same person I used to be. And how many of us in here can attest to that? Um, so, like I said, welcome to everyone, and welcome to everyone that may be here. Looks like we got 30 people on, and I will put up on the stage Saturday. Let's make it just the carnival. We have a carnival going on at 12 to 4 here in the park. So the carnival games, food, and I guess your wristbands are $5 for unlimited games. That way they don't. I guess I have to do the tickets. They will have a outdoor DJ, root beer floats, funnel cakes, hamburgers. I assume those are available to buy, corn dogs, and cotton candy. So come out for a good time. Um, I wish I could be here, but unfortunately, I had a busy Saturday lined up for me, and some things I have to get done around my house this Saturday, and so I won't make it. But those that are here, and if you can make it, do come out for the carnival. All right, we'll take that back off of there. And as I kind of said, if you're leaving soon or in a few weeks to prepare to go back up north, do make sure that you prepare your place when you leave. Make sure you shut your water off, but also leave an outside faucet on after your water is shut off. That will prevent any leaks in case somehow the shut off does not work properly. We've had a few fail every now and then. We've switched over from buying the PVC shutoffs to now we use the um, brass ones, but even then they have failed. So anyway, if they fail, you don't want water pressure building up inside the house, or if accidentally left something on and work you get inside the house. If you leave, especially if you leave it out front, and hopefully I get this message gets to everybody. And if somebody's walking by and they see water dripping out of your faucet out front, they should contact the office and we'll go check out and see what's going on and see if the water got turned on accidentally or if it's leaking, and be able to get that taken care of so you don't end up with damage inside your house. All right. And last week when I mentioned that, I forget who suggested also put new batteries in your thermostat before you leave. If you have a thermostat that you or AC that you leave on, and make sure you get the humidity out of your place so you don't have mold. You want that thermostat to have new batteries because it does either two things: either it gets stuck on, or doesn't, or stays off. So I've several times not recently, but in other years, I've had calls and I've had to go to the place and find a way to get in to get either the AC was running all the time, or like I said, they weren't sure it was on. And some people have gotten keys to us. And but that's another thing that you should, during the off season, you should have somebody that has keys and access to your place to check it out every so often, so that if something happens, you have it checked on. All right, as and then preparing to leave, we do have a requirement. If you do leave, when you leave for more than a period of time, especially through hurricane season, that if you have a boat and you put it under your carport, that it is anchored down, and it has to be with a satisfactory anchoring system. Ropes really aren't going to be good for it. You either want something like a metal cable with a turnbuckle, or you want to put ratchet straps. And it doesn't take very much of an anchor to hold it in place and stop it from moving around. And the same thing with the golf carts, that you want, if you wrap them up and try to make sure that they stay in good shape while you're gone, you also want to make sure that they're anchored down. That anchoring down also helps prevent theft. If it's anchored down, the thief is not going to spend the time trying to get it loose. We haven't had any golf cart thefts in here now for, I think, 2 years. And I do know that they did hit the county, so we are more secure with the cameras that are out on the street, so they can't. We have an idea of the vehicles, and so it's done pretty good. So let's see. Let's move on to the next subject. Kind of tying in with the leaving, I guess. I guess a lot of things are coming up about when the end of season here. Um, we are going to trim palm trees in April. Every year we've been doing that, so for, I don't know, maybe 10 years now. Anyway, we trim the trees, and so we also have to prepare for our equipment to go by your house and protect and have your stuff protected. So don't leave anything hanging on your palm trees that we damaged by falling palm fronds. Boy, that's not that easy to get out. So anyway, do remember that. If you have awnings that you have on the side of your house, put them down so they're not in the way. Excuse me while I take a sip. And some folks are at the gate with bicycles. That's interesting. Anyway, okay. Now this goes to selling your house. We've had an incident come up, and we want to make sure pretty much everybody that comes here on this live is, how I want to say it, you're the group of people, if you're listening to this, that is more active at getting information from the park. So I don't know how well, most of your people already know this, that if you sell your place, we passed the amendment where the folks have to fill out an application, and we do a background check and a credit check that is kept secure. The only person that sees it is me. I keep my mouth shut on any of that. That is required by law. Locked file cabinets, locked office. And in fact, anything that gets over a year old, I'm going to start shredding, so it's not here anymore. And maybe even recent ones that if I don't have to go look back at them, I'm going to shred all the information. Excuse me. So there's no chance of it. Anyway, it is secure. But anyway, they have to fill out an application, credit check, and they have to have an interview. So even if you're selling it with a realty, we had a realty office that Mirror Realty did not contact us, which they should have done when they had a buyer. And then also, if you sell it individually, you really need to have a lawyer involved and a title company. Otherwise, just doing a quit claim is very dangerous on your part, and the people haven't passed their the interview, and it would be bad if they bought the place and weren't able to live in here because they didn't pass the thing. So do remember that. Well, they have to fill that out. So let's see if I get that. And if you're selling your place, Just like Comcast, you got to cancel the Bluestream account. You have to cancel your Bluestream account and turn in the equipment. Very, very, uh, I don't want to say cautious on that, but do remember that because I had an incident this week. Somebody called and said they got the Bluestream bill. It's for equipment, and the new people that moved in very possibly threw the stuff away, and they can't return it, and it's like $125. Those little black boxes, $125. So just like Comcast did, you don't turn in their equipment, they start coming after you for that. So you cancel your Bluestream account. That's one thing you will have to do because you did have to sign up for Bluestream. Cancel your account and then make sure you turn in your equipment. If I understand, Carlos is in here very often. If you don't want to make a trip and you want to make sure, label, put it in the bag with your name on it, bring it to the office, and Carlos will pick up the equipment from up here. We'll do that to help you out to make sure that you don't get charged for missing equipment. All right. So let's do that. Okay, trimming trees, turning equipment, prepare your place, carnival, and filling out the application. Okay, I guess I've covered most everything that I want to cover. One other thing, we've had a couple people, and I keep mentioning it because, like I said, it helps. It's like what they call death and taxes. Both are inevitable. Oh, there we go. I'm reaching over for. Sorry, went off camera there. I had suggested a lawyer firm, and they thought they were real good, and then the person that used them said, I said they were real great, and it turned out not so great. So, but I do know because I use these now. Once again, this is a suggestion. I'm not saying use this person or these people, but when to make your end of life decisions or whatever. If something happens to you, we all are going to die. That's going to happen. We know it. If you haven't taken care of the transfer of your property, it ends up in probate, and that takes time. And it's the people that are left behind that have to take care of that. It's one more thing that weighs on their mind when they should be, other thoughts should be, and they shouldn't have to have a whole bunch of things they have to take care of because their parents or loved ones have passed on. So, in Florida, we have what is called a ladybird. I don't know if other states have it, but they have a ladybird title and it does cost a little money to get it done. But what it allows you to do is to put somebody else on your deed, and if that it's the rights of survivorship or something like that. But anyway, if the owner of the property passes away with this ladybird deed, it gets automatically transferred to them because they are on the deed. But they are on the deed, but the ladybird part of it does not allow them, while you're alive, to access the deed, anything else. All it is to facilitate the transfer on because of the death. They can't borrow against it. They can't use it on a credit report. It doesn't show up on the credit report, and that's the purpose of it. Furmantown here, I don't know. You'll be able to read that. Yeah, I think that looks not too bad. But anyway, Fee, Yates, and Fee. Pretty easy to remember because the lawyers always charge a fee. Anyway, they're in town. They have a number. You can call us and ask us for it. They left me some business cards. Please take care of that. I took care of that a couple of years ago, and so that it's smooth because right now there are some houses and some people's property that one just got taken care of not too long ago. Now they're able to sell it, but before that probate gets taken care of, you're just not able to do anything with that property until the probate's taken care of. Probate requires a lawyer, so they'll have to pay a lawyer. It goes before a judge, and it seems like you never get it done on the first time through. You got to go like back 3 times. So it is really helpful for your family, and it does help the park because it's a nice smooth transition. We don't have to spend any time and effort on helping the family take over the property. So please do take care of that if you can, and make sure all your end of life stuff is taken care of ahead of time. Check that off. There's something called Next of Kin, NOK. I mean, you can look online. There are several companies that do help do that. Lisa has something I do have to put up. I remembered that, but I put it in here. Saturday, okay, is the last breakfast of the season. Okay. Saturday's the last breakfast of the season. I was thinking lunch already, and that's in a lot of part. Thursday, March 4th, which is next Thursday, correct? Let me look at the calendar. Yep, I had looked at it over. Is a last lunch and also end the season party. So the lunch will run on very long. We'll have a DJ that apparently has a lot of Jimmy Buffett tribute songs, so be a lot of that. Later lunch, okay. The lunch will be a little bit later. We'll start at 12 o'clock. All right. Okay, so remember that next Saturday, or excuse me, this Saturday is the last lunch. Thursday, March 14th. Excuse me. This Saturday is the last breakfast. Next Thursday will be the last lunch. All right, and then the season party. So do remember that. All right. This is by Diane, the second booster check. It probably doesn't help. I don't know if calling them helps. I don't know if anybody has gotten resolved by calling them, because most of the people that answer the phone, Ancient Oaks was a different community than it is a different community than all the other communities. And the way they started up and the process of the checks, because most of the other people that are checks are for when they leave or if they cancel the service, and not so much the checks that when Blue Stream started up. Now, on that, like I said, at first we didn't have to pay Blue Stream for those first 3 months that you paid them, but our contract did say that once they provided service, we did have to pay them for those first 3 months. But I'll check with Stacy again, Diane. I send Stacy, and she contacts the finance department, and I've cleared up. Some others have gotten cleared up, but I'll hit them again on yours, okay? But if you have, I guess if you haven't got both their checks, Blue Stream was supposed to have gotten everything taken care of. So if you haven't got the second one, we'll get me the information, and I'll send the email to our account manager. Okay. That's answering Jeanette's question. There is carport sales this Saturday, March 9th, same time. Okay. What time does the carport sales go to? Do they like 9 to 12? All right. Now, I will just double check on, you can get back to me at least on that, if you would, on the times of the carport sales. Do check if you got extra services. Many times on that, they did credit your accounts. So do check back on your statements. I don't know if you can look at your account online, but sometimes if you got, extra channels, HBO or something like that, or internet or phone service, they gave you credit rather than sending you a check. Okay. Like I said, if you're sure you didn't get it, then yes, send me, especially if you, okay, not if you're getting a bill. Pretty much everybody's gotten everything installed. Once again, clearing up installation charges that you shouldn't have got charged for. Like I said, don't argue if you first time setting up your Bluestream and the account person says, "Oh, we need to charge you that." Don't argue with them. Tell them. You can tell them, but if they say, "Oh no, that doesn't apply," say, "Okay, don't worry about it. Let me know, and I'll send once again. I'll send an email to Stacy, and I just need to know the name and address. Which, of course, if you let me know your name, pretty much get your address and all that. Block and lock. Okay, I've got two answers on the carport sales. Carport sales are from 8 to 12. So they will finish up and then you go to the carnival. All right. Go find your stuff that, let's say that you just can't do without, that somebody else is going to do without. All right. Let's see. I don't see any other questions here. Mentioned about the Bluestream, making sure you turn in your equipment if you sell your place. The next people that come in do not use your same equipment. So I don't know if it's the cube also, but it wouldn't hurt for the cube. But I know the little black boxes, and it may be the cube. No, you can't because you can't disconnect that cube. So it's just the black boxes. But I may be wrong on that, so that's why you should call them and contact them, and they will tell you. If anybody else is, no, I guess most of this is owners in here. You haven't sold your places because not too many people that sell their places still. Now there is some people that still keep track of us and watch the Facebook page and get on the lives, even though they don't live in here anymore. It's a very good community. You all make it a very good community, and like I said, it is a community, and so people enjoy living here. There are circumstances where people do move out for whatever reasons. I know, I had so many names to remember. I can't remember, but Carolyn is the one name, and her last name, and her and her husband came up. But anyway, they're in assisted living now, and I do know by the comments they make and posts that they do watch what's happening here because it has a special place in the heart, and people have a special place in the heart that live here. So you guys all make it special, all make it worthwhile to have this community, and the staff. We are doing our best, absolute best, to make sure it is a nice place to live, keep the expenses down as much as possible, but still keep the value up because we have to keep the infrastructure going. And hopefully this summer we'll continue to have some more projects done at an efficiency of cost. And we are, from what I understand, and I've checked around prices, we are still one of the lowest cost of living. I don't know if I should say that too much because then we'll have all sorts of people trying to come in. I guess that helps you sell your place. I guess there it is. Okay. But anyway, we do have a very good cost benefit here. The cost and the benefits you get, I believe, are fantastic. Okay. Not seeing any other questions though. We held on to most of our people. Some people are dropping off, but almost 50 people. Do remember to channel 901. Watch it. Turn it on in the background. You'll catch up. Victoria does a very good job of catching up on that. I will ask again. Anybody that has a little bit of experience or willing to learn to help us with the website, I am looking for somebody with some experience along that line to help us. Dennis can tell you it doesn't really take up that. I don't believe it takes up that much time, but it's a little bit too much time to just put over onto Victoria. So please contact me. I know I have one person that is a maybe. So anyway, if we have somebody, maybe there's somebody new that hadn't heard this broadcast yet that is good at that stuff. All right, you all have a great weekend. Appreciate you getting on here and joining us in this time, and continue to make Ancient Oaks a very good place to live. And I will catch you on the next one. Meantime, live long and prosper. Oh, y'all take care.